Look, Katie is busy today, and she said I could do this if I had a good idea, and I always have good ideas, okay? And I have an especially good idea today. This is a fairy bunny. I have been blessed. We absolutely love Christmas movies. Like, all the Christmas, okay, maybe not all of them. Some of them are really bad. And not even like bad, they're just not good at all. The other day, we were watching The Year Without a Santa Claus. Very old movie. It's one of our favorites. And of course, Lydia starts poking holes in it like she always does, which sometimes can be fun. Because then you start to think, well, how would I write this? How would I make it better? And that's what I like to do when she starts trying to make things not fun anymore. And then I had an idea that kind of explained some of the weird stuff that was happening. I realized that maybe it's not so badly written at all. The fairy bunny visited. I have been blessed by the fairy bunny. This theory is mine, Matt Pat. You can't have it. You aren't even ready for this. Just brace yourselves. You are not ready for this Earl Grey. Mrs. Claus actually wants to murder Santa. I'm not kidding. There is evidence for this in the entire movie. You don't believe me, do you? I have here some evidence. And I am 100% serious about this. I am so totally serious. And also, if you haven't seen the movie, there are going to be spoilers. And by the way, this theory does get kind of dark. I mean, it's about murder. Murder is just very dark. So, the movie is basically Santa's sick, doesn't think anyone cares that whether or not he's even coming for Christmas. So, Santa decides, he's just not going to go do Christmas this year. Nope, not going to deliver presents. He feels sick. I don't want to go do stuff when I'm sick. I don't blame him. For the rest of this, we're going to call Mrs. Claus Jessica, because if you remember the movie Santa Claus is Coming to Town, she was Jessica. And anyway, she tries to convince her husband, oh, people love you, people care about you, and he's just like, no. Well, I think in that moment, she just snaps. Here is this man who is well loved for all the good he does, and now he just wants to sit in bed and have a pity party. I think she just snapped. She sees her chance. She could be Santa. She could have the same recognition as him. I mean, think about it. She is known as Mrs. Claus, and a lot of people don't even realize that her name is Jessica. People don't even know her name. She is known as being Santa's wife. And she has a bad rep in some of the movies, too. I mean, in Rudolph, she was just grouchy. She could be Santa. There's a whole song about this, where she sings about wanting to be Santa, and she could totally do the job. She is amazing. She could absolutely totally do the job. What do you have to do to be Santa, though? You can't just dress up as him. Well, let's look at another movie, The Santa Claus. You know how you become Santa in The Santa Claus? You murder the first Santa. See, I told you this was going to get dark. Even the conspiracy bunny is quaking a little bit. So, she tries on the suit, just for fun, just to see how it looks. A couple of elves show up. She manages to fold them until she turns around. So it's like, as long as no one sees her face, everybody's going to think she's Santa. Well, there's that, but then you've got these two elves who have seen her. She has to get rid of them. They'll know. They will know. So what does she do? She sends them to the human world to see if there is any good left in the human world, any Christmas spirit, to, help Santa feel better. She sends them on a baby reindeer to a place where it is hot. The baby reindeer can't stand that. They can't do that. So she effectively takes out their transportation. If she hadn't forgotten about the Miser brothers who are actively fighting, she didn't forget about them at all. She sent them through their path in hopes that they would get hit. Jessica is an assassin. She has a plan. And then, do you know what she does? She gets back inside from sending them off on their death mission. Her husband wakes up. He's like, this feels good. Not really have to do much for Christmas. Feels good to relax for once. Are you sure I'm doing the right thing by staying home? Well, of course, honey. Of course you're doing the right thing. I mean, if you change your mind, what are you up to? She doesn't get off, she does get flustered, but she doesn't, it's an act. She plays dumb. What are you talking about? I'm not up to anything. And Santa knows something is going on. I mean, yes, he knows if all the kids are good or bad and all that, but you know what? He doesn't do that to his wife. That is controlling, and he trusts her and he loves her. He's not going to spy on her. I mean, it does sound kind of weird when you think about it from the fact that he might be spying on a whole bunch of kids. That is a little weird, but that's not the point. So anyway, she plays dumb, tries to act like she's not up to anything. And then right in front of him, she goes up to the window and opens it and sticks her hand out and bemoans the poor elves that she has sent to their deaths, knowing full well that her husband, because of the goodness in his soul, will go after them. But wait, what about the second half of the movie? She is seemingly being helpful in the second half of the movie, you're thinking. It's just some bad writing in the beginning. But let me tell you, she's not even innocent in the second half of the movie. Second half of the movie where they're trying to talk to the Miser brothers and get it so there is snow in the south and warm weather in the north, so that the mayor of Southtown will believe and there will be Christmas spirit again. What could Jessica be up to? I will tell you what Jessica's up to. In order to have the recognition she deserves, you still have to have some Christmas spirit, right? When she goes to Mother Nature to try and convince her to help with the Snow Miser incident, because they're siblings, they just fight all the time. She tries to defend them. She tries to defend their bad behavior, saying, oh, they didn't mean it. Do you know what? They actually were firing firebolts at each other and almost murdered the elves. Probably Santa later. She's defending them. She is defending their reckless, murderous behavior. Okay, so Christmas spirit's good, but do you know what else? The South can survive with a little snow. I'm from Georgia. I know that the South can survive with a little snow. Yes, we panic a little bit and we clear the store out of bread, but we can survive some snow. Do you know what's gonna happen when there's warm weather up in the North Pole? Do you know what happens when there's heat and snow? It's not happy snowman, Olaf. It's not a happy snowman. Think about how much snow is up in the North Pole. What's gonna happen when that melts? It's not gonna directly all sink into the ground. Flash flooding. What are the flash floods going to do? They're gonna wipe out every single elf. And they are going to turn every happy snowman into a puddle. Puddles with carrots and sticks in them. No one realizes the impact that the heat is going to have on the North Pole, except Jessica. She has gone from wanting to be Santa to just wanting to wipe everything out. Now, of course, not much happened. By the end of the movie, she's just furious. Her plans are completely ruined. She is not going to get to be Santa. The end of this theory is that she learned that, you know what, this was so much hard work, it wasn't even worth it. Look at how my plans have failed. I am not going to be Santa Claus. And she learns to live with that. She learns to cope. And eventually she is feeling ready to tell this story. But of course you can't just tell the story of you wanting to murder your husband. So she tells the story for all the little kids in movie form. But of course she doesn't cover it up completely. She can't. It looks really convoluted if you don't know that what she was attempting. And besides, like every other mastermind, she wants recognition. She wants to be noticed for all her hard work. And that's my theory. Thank you for watching, and I hope I didn't scar any of you horribly with it. I mean, it could really just be a really bad written movie. I mean, I'm totally 100% serious with this theory, but it's probably just a really badly written movie. Rankin Bass is not good at movies. So if you like this and you want to see more fun ideas and maybe some more theories, I could keep the theory bunny, right? I mean, MatPat doesn't need him, does he? I'll take this. I'll take this plot bunny. I'll take the theory bunny. You're going to be my bunny now. So there might be more theory videos. Leave a like if you want to see those, and if you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe to, well, it's Katie's channel, but you should subscribe because then you'll see me, and then you can see Katie's other videos. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Your advice this week: don't try and murder Santa. We will find you out. Bye! I have been blessed. Do you want a carrot? You can have a carrot.